What's going on, everyone? So we got some more GTA 6 news coming in, and this kind of actually makes sense with Sony clearing the store. You're like, wait, hold on, this has never happened before. Usually there's some type of sales. They want you to focus on something, right? And a lot of people are thinking that there's clearing room also, not just for the sales that we know that's coming, but for GTA 6 pre-orders that are actually going to be going live here in the next week. That's huge, right? Yeah, if that actually happens, it's like, damn, that's just going to just be insane. Hopefully the store doesn't crash, right? Okay, so he's saying rumor, and then there's other threads we're gonna get to as well. Then we'll talk about what Nintendo said too about the Switch 2 price hike and how they're gonna have a robust lineup to make sure things are okay. And I'm like, well, you're gonna do that anyways, but yeah, it is nice to know that. Rumor: Sony and Game Informer might be gearing up for GTA 6 pre-orders next week. These are the reasons being discussed. You see a lot of signs, so you know something is definitely happening. It's not this time where people are just doing talks. You don't ever see me do that on this channel. No, that's because I intuitively feel like something is definitely going on. The investors call with Rockstar confirmed everything else as well. And Game Informer has been hidden at a cover for May 12th. We're in that category. That's 3 days away, right? Sony told you that sale is coming too, but in this cover, you know what I mean? That's supposed to be coming from Game Informer. It's going to be something about GTA 6 with the PlayStation marketing deal and all that. So I think it's all going to be aligning all at once. You know what I mean? You already got what Sony is doing, sending out to those people on PS4 upgrade to get ready for GTA 6 launch. That's another hint. Rockstar confirming things as well, saying, you know, more news coming soon, right? Coming soon, right? Yeah, it's right here, right? People getting emails, GTA players being told to get a PS5 if they don't have one. Sony clearing the way for the store. And then you see this May 12th date. It's like, okay, I can kind of see how, if you want to do some detective work, this could be hinting at the GTA pre-order. And then now Sony and Game Informer teaming up, and then there's something coming on May 12th. Though they haven't revealed yet what the cover will be or explicitly said which game or article it's referring to. Well, maybe, I don't know, Force is coming out this month. Sony has ended its deals on a pretty unusual date. Never seen this before for sure. Right now, there are no active promotions on the PlayStation Store. And according to this theory, they wouldn't return until May 13th. This could clear the way for GTA 6 to take center stage on May 12th, avoiding the store getting swamped with other promotions all in the same day. Yeah, I think that would crash. If that's true, right? It's like, yeah, that would be a lot. So that's going to come after. Sony has been promoting GTA 6 more than usual lately, which would make sense if PlayStation still holds the marketing rights for the game. Well, they already said that. GTA has always been, you know, pretty much something that's sold on PlayStation where it grew the biggest. You could say its home is on PlayStation, though it's a third-party game. And I've seen people from the Xbox world get mad because they're like, it's coming to Xbox. So it's like, yeah, but you're not getting a marketing deal. You don't have the install base, and you're not going to even come close to what PlayStation is going to be able to do for Rockstar, plus get a premium PS5 Pro experience. It is cool that the Series X owners, or X and S owners are going to get it too, but when Rockstar promoted the game on that trailer last time, they didn't even mention Xbox. And they said Sony is going to have marketing deals. So yeah, it's all about PlayStation, because without that, what's going to be the biggest seller for it? It's going to have the biggest launch ever. They need Sony for that. They need Xbox too to the side, but you're a side piece. Just saying, you're not the main girl. Sony, yeah, man, I was gonna say, because I've seen some stupid comments. I'm like, okay, well, let me address it here. So yeah, Strauss Zelnick, as we know, the CEO of Take-Two, recently said, we'd learn the price of GTA 6 very soon. If you're going to launch the pre-orders, it's going to be right there. That's another thing that's kind of adding up. If you add up all those details together and you put this together, you have a GTA 6 pre-order coming soon with a trailer. People can storm right to it, and then PlayStation is going to be the one promoting it. And if you want to show it at the highest fidelity, you're going to need a PS5 Pro to do that. So PS5 Pro being there allows Rockstar and Sony to work together too to make sure that this might hit 60 frames per second. That may be advertised in there. That's going to blow the whole roof off on YouTube. I'm telling you, if they get that and say 60 frames per second on PS5 Pro, it's going to be like, whoa, so, hold on, what? Did they just say 60 frames per second? Which I said in my last video, I think is actually very realistic. I'm telling you, if that happens, they're going to be able to move a lot of pros just because of that. Easily probably 1 million in that window. And that will be a lot for a mid-gen in a period launching, you know, almost 2 years prior to that. And you're able to do that. Well, Sony's in that position to be able to have Rockstar with that game be able to promote that. And you better expect some PS5 Pro bundles too, and probably 60 frames per second advertised on it. It's going to fly right off the shelves. I'm telling you. So Take-Two's next investor call will be on May 21st, a week after the supposed May 12th. Rockstar usually makes a move before these kind of meetings to spark conversation, build hype, and come in strong to investors. In summary, next week could be the pivotal point for GTA pre-orders, perhaps accompanied by a third trailer. For now, let's just say speculation, but we have a lot of details to kind of give you a hint. Sony, like I said, they're pushing out strong now, telling people to upgrade to a PS5. Rockstar said, get ready for the price very soon. They said they're getting the marketing rights. Like I said, there's a lot of signs pointing here. And then Sony and Game Informer are gearing up, you know, and then Game Informer has something coming on the 12th. And then you think about the store promotion being halted now, and you got to wait till after that. That gives you some detective, you know, work. It's like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Now, guys, look, what I was telling you before, like if you go over to GTA 6 Pre, it's something that's kind of popping up. It's not the only one. Look, PlayStation telling PS4 players to get a PS5 for GTA 6 launch in November. Strauss has been doing nonstop interviews. Sony listed GTA 6 along the first-party games during their last earnings call. Sony has also removed the just announced tag on GTA 6 on the store. They literally just did this recently. Game Informer hinting redacted will be gracing the cover next week. All signs point towards pre-orders dropping soon. And if you still think this game isn't getting another delay, you definitely need your head check. If you still think this game is getting another delay, no, that's over with. They already said that. So a lot of people are coming to promote this right now. If you look at new stuff, urgent, PlayStation has removed the phrase just announced for both GTA and Wolverine from the wish list. So Wolverine as well, a step that typically precedes the opening of pre-orders by a short period. Like I said, this is new news on GTA. We see it here, guys. I mean, this is something else where it's like, man, when that pre-order drops, then that just kills everything about having any doubts anymore. But they already said it's not going to happen, right? So like everybody's excited because they're like, oh man, it's actually happening now, right? Oh yeah, man, it's very real. And you see a lot of people doing this. So like I said, all you got to do is type in GTA Pre or pre-order. A lot of new details on the PlayStation Store are lining up with the rumors of GTA 6 marketing could be starting soon. One of the biggest changes is promoting, and then, you know, other things going out as well. It's something that's kind of popping up. So Sony begging PS4 players to buy a PS5 for GTA 6. PlayStation marketing, your console upgrade, the release is locked. This is the clearest sign. November 2026 is real. So we talked about that already. And then here we go again. The just announced tag has been removed from GTA and PlayStation's wish list. Historically, Sony tends to make this change shortly before pre-orders begin. So we're not just nothing burgering over here. We're literally looking at something that kind of is having some history behind it in this aspect too, plus all the other pointers I have been giving people. So yeah, I want you guys to let me know what you think about this leak from Detective Seeds. GTA 6 pre-orders open in 7 to 10 days, while there will be a State of Play episode for Wolverine in the following week. Busy and crucial weeks for PlayStation. Yeah, a lot of huge stuff going on over here. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for this? Okay, because it's happening, and I wonder if that's going to crash the store. Okay, so now we kind of got these details out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about what Nintendo just literally said. Okay, so to end the video with this, the Nintendo president, Shuntaro Furukawa, apologized for the Switch 2 price increase. Says that they are preparing a robust software lineup to make up for it. If that makes you work harder, sure, but I think in general, Nintendo always prepares robust software lineups. But that's the best way to kind of like say, man, I'm sorry, I got to do this. And the interesting thing is that he lets you know that actually it's not covering the cost. They could have did 100, but I don't think they can afford to do that. I still think they should have subsidized till the beginning of January next year. But hey, we sincerely apologize to our customers for the considerable inconvenience and trouble this will cause. And do you think that Switch 2 is going to get GTA 6? I'm telling you it is. While we wanted to prioritize a wide adoption, it was challenging to bear the rising costs over a long period. They have been subsidizing because they have to. They even said that. They wanted to jack it up before that, but our investors were also pressuring them, you have to do this. And it's like, you know, that's just greedy assholes to me. The new pricing does not fully account for all cost increase. He has no reason to lie. That's why Sony went up by $100, $150 on a Pro. Microsoft went up a ridiculous amount. Nvidia went up a ridiculous amount, way more than they should have. But you kind of get the point. Everybody, when you look at some of these price increases, it's absolutely astronomical. RAM went up 250, 300%. Nintendo is still subsidizing with the $50 price increase. Though I still think they should have subsidized a bit more and waited till next year. But hey, that's their choice, right? I'm not defending anything. I'm just telling you, look, they could have went up 100, but that's not going to help them. It's still early in their generation. Valve told you the same thing. I mean, this is bad. You know what I mean? We want to get things out. That's why Valve had to do multiple delays. They wanted the Steam machine out early 2026. Actually, they wanted it out in March. Now we're over here in May and they're talking about it still. So it's like, it's real. It's not fake. So we will prepare a robust software lineup to enhance the Switch 2 ownership value. That's what I want. You know what I mean? I want them to have amazing games. And I know Nintendo always does this. So we will work pretty much hard to overcome this barrier and make sure you're still going to support our product, basically, with amazing exclusives that you're not going to be able to get anywhere else. This is what they're saying 100%. I'm still not happy about the price increase because I really, like I said, wanted an organic generation where prices got down, you get the best deals, you're selling the most, you have a huge install base, your software is doing well for all platforms, right? And nobody is being put into a tariff or a cartel corner and saying, hey, sorry, it's going to cost you 150%, 200% more because you're not first party in America and you're not getting the AI deal that these other manufacturers are getting because they're pushing the AI industry and the AI feed. You're a video game company. You're not the AI company that I need that's going to make me tons of money like Apple will, like Dell will, like Asus will, like, you know, Microsoft eventually, like Google will. You know what I mean? And you know, whoever they chose. Remember, Samsung and SK, they let you know who their primary you know what I mean? It's the primary people that they chose to establish that LTA with over the next few years. And you know, all of these AI companies, they want to get in on it too. So if you're pushing that, you're getting the priority. Everybody else, you're going to have to take and slap on the face, right? And we're not going to give you the deal because what are you going to do for AI? You're selling, you know, video games and all that. It's different. You're going to do something different for the industry. But right now, they're all goose chasing the AI feed, which I cannot wait to crash. So his response to that is pretty much that. But that's not going to really, you know, comfort people. The only thing comforting is knowing that you're going to have a robust software lineup. But I just think that's what Nintendo does all the time. So that's what I think about that. This guy says, we're also sorry that we charge for online, which should be free, but we like money, so we don't care. Okay, one thing I'll say to you is that they had the online for $19.99 for almost 10 years now. Really want to talk about how ridiculous online is? Go over to the other console platforms. I'm just saying, bro, like, because you could talk about having to pay $3,000 for a high-end PC, and Nintendo Switch Online for 10 years is only $200. You really think that's anything compared to just even the price increase of a GPU that went up by $800? You know how many years of Nintendo Switch Online that is? Boy, that's your whole life. You see what I mean? That's nothing. Don't complain to me about $20 barriers that even has cloud in there. If you want to play for more cloud space, even if you get iCloud Plus on iPhone, that costs money. You know what I mean? It's like, no, dude, I think $20 is nothing. Nintendo's not greedy with their online. They have not jacked up the online. In Japan, it'll go up, yeah. But even then, the fact that they held it at that price is absolutely cheap as hell. You can't talk to me about anything in the PC world because everything that went up, the price of how much RAM went up by extra $200-300 is still 10 years of Nintendo Switch Online. You see what I mean? That's nothing. It's super cheap. If you want to pay like $2 a month, you can. Dude, that is nothing. You're going to spend more money on eating one day in this food market, which is absolutely more insane. I don't complain about the Nintendo Switch Online barrier. I don't. And you're not even required to be online to play their games. Most of the stuff is single player, except like if you're a Mario Kart guy or whatever. But even then, $20 for 1 year? I mean, how much more cheap can you really be? I mean, just shut up. No one sees any value in owning a Switch 2. This is just all talk, and they won't deliver crap. Okay, you are a moron. Yeah, he apologized for making a 10-year-old tablet the same price of a Series S. 10-year-old tablet? I don't think so. It's outperforming that. And it's a hybrid model. I mean, you know, these same type of people I said, do you want to talk about the Steam Deck? You know, how old that is? Dude, that has nothing to do with it. Either it has really good games and they're helping the industry, and because of it, you have a Steam Deck and you have all these other industries that are alive in a handheld sense. Don't be dumb. This has nothing to do with the price hike. This is more about you talking about just dumb stuff where it's like, no, dude, if you want to talk about a console that's useless, it is the Xbox, to be honest with you, because why do you need one? So yeah, I want you guys to let me know what you think about this. Their software sales are still doing pretty good, but for the most part, I just don't understand how he would think that this would obviously remedy anybody. It's not going to, because like I said, the way I look at this is, yeah, you can't afford to increase that price anymore. You can't destroy your generation doing that. You have to subsidize. Trust me, $50 is not covering it. Yeah, why do you think the other ones went up even more than that? Yeah, and it sucks because it's at the beginning of your generation. Steam is getting hit before they even launch. But they don't need to sell like Nintendo, because the Switch 2 is literally the major aspect of Nintendo's entire company. They're into the movie industry now too, but there's a foundation from that, theme parks. But when you think about Steam, it's like, no, it's Windows based. Whereas like the Switch was like, oh man, Nintendo, that has to be successful. Yeah, you could fail making another console, but you kind of get what I mean. Just like PlayStation 6 can't fail. Xbox, oh man, that could fail all day. Microsoft ain't gonna worry about it. So this can't go any higher. And I hope over time you drop the price down when the market gets better. Because we know the Switch Lite is coming and the Switch 2 OLED, right? But that's what I wanted to say about this, because I kind of think this is kind of interesting. Let me know what you guys think, as usual, about the GTA and about the Switch 2. And are you satisfied with the generation of Switch 2 so far? I mean, they have more first-party games than any other console that I've seen this generation, and they have a lot more coming. We still got Duskblood around the corner, Pokemon Wind and Waves, right? We know that Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake is real. Oh, man. I love that Star Fox reveal. Pokemon Pokopia is blowing up. They're doing very well, you know what I mean, when it comes to video games. And we got a lot more heavy hitters around the corner that we don't know about. I can't wait for the next Smash. I can't wait for the next mainline Zelda game. I can't wait for Bayonetta 4. I can't wait for tons of other games. The next Fire Emblem to drop, because we know that's going to happen. They have a lot of games that I'm very excited for that obviously I'm not going to be able to play anywhere else, so I have to have that. That's just how it works. But peace out, y'all. Keep on gaming no matter what platform you're on. Later.